Imperfect Angels. I've never quite known how to relate to the word ancestor, not the literal meaning from whom one is descended, but the cultural understanding. A person connected to me and revered for assumed good intentions, their hopes and desires, and maybe even love for me. Ancestors revered in some way that never matched the humans I knew in my family. Imperfect angels, good, flawed men and women, some worse than flawed, some more than good. Maybe it's because I lost people young, because my dad suddenly became an ancestor at 49, and for years I worried that the people I loved would die suddenly. I'd breathe into the places where love makes us vulnerable and find fear there. No room for ancestors. So I try on words related to ancestor like origin. I go too far with the word origin. I find myself back at the stars, trying to understand elements, how they exist within my body. Water, atoms, breath. Origin has me holding thousands of living beings that needed to survive to create me. And then all the questions. What if my mom hadn't been kicked out of the convent? What if she hadn't gone to the conference in Seattle? What if my dad hadn't given that talk or never looked over the second floor banister into the hotel lobby to see her below? Origin only gets me so far. So I try on the word lineage. They say there's power in naming, and there's so many names of people I don't know in my lineage. First I go to blood lineage, people I didn't choose but I'm connected to, and would I even want to claim them as ancestors? My mom's dad died before I was born. Notice how I said my mom's dad and not grandpa? Though we were never alive at the same time, his death didn't dissipate the pain of my mother's childhood. So what is there to be revered here? If I claim the worst of my ancestors, I'd have to claim people like him, a person more than an imperfect angel, a fallen person. And then there's my great-grandma Natalia, my mom's grandmother, a devout Catholic who took her to Mass. No matter what happens to you, you're a child of God, and you deserve to be alive, she told her, planting a seed of survival in my mom. Even though our two lives never touch the same plane, I want to claim her. So perhaps ancestor is about feeling a connection. I think of my little brother with no shared blood lineage at all to me. I'm the little brother you always wanted, he says confidently. You are always meant to be ours, I say in return. Perhaps being an ancestor is about choosing. So I try on another word, line. With line I can go far. I can draw a line from me to all my friends that died young, from me to Amanda and January and Nick, all gone in the 30s, with more to follow. Perhaps ancestors have no age. I sometimes wrestle with my own sacredness, and in this I suppose I wrestle with what I bring to this life and what I leave behind. I wonder if I'm valued in this world and of my place in history. I can't with confidence say that all my family members that came before me would affirm me as a queer woman of color. And then I remember the power of having authentic self. I'll never know the internal world of those before me, the pieces of self they showed or didn't, queer or not, but I see my own queer siblings and my chosen family. If I can leave a mark, a legacy others can inherit. Being a writer, I've come to love the bigger life of words. If being an ancestor has no age, if being an ancestor is about choosing, if being an ancestor is about connection, then I draw a line from me to you. And so now you share this expansiveness of words and of being that I've fallen in love with. This legacy we create together.